Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the circulatory system or the main transport system in human being. So, what is the transport system? Okay, so the body's organ, tissues and cells that assist in moving nutrients, gases, hormones, waste products throughout the body are collectively known as transport system, or in case you can say circulatory system also. Okay, so the human circulatory system, um, this the main function is to transport blood, oxygen, nutrients and other hormones also, and it also carries wastes. Okay, then what is the main part of our circulatory system? It is mainly three parts. One is the heart, then blood vessels and blood. Okay, so let's see the three main parts. Heart is a muscular organ that has four chambers which pumps out blood around the throughout the body. Okay, then blood has four components: plasma, red blood cell, white blood cell, platelets. We are going to discuss in details. Okay, so then blood vessels, which are three types: arteries, veins and capillaries, which serves as channel for blood. Okay, next let's see the heart in details. So this is a kind of a pumping organ which moves the blood around the body. The size is like a clenched fist size. Okay, and it is located between the lungs in the thoracic cavity and towards the left side of thoracic cavity. Okay, so this heart is a two-layered sac called covered with a two-layered sac called pericardium. Okay, and this pericardium made up of a myocardium, which helps in contraction and relaxation rhythmically throughout our life, right? Then the walls of the ventricles are thicker as they send blood to the different parts of the body, and it has four chambers. What are those? Left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle, and right ventricle. Okay, these are all the four chambers of this heart. Okay, so it is also a double pump which pumps blood around the body, as we already have discussed, right? So the left side of the heart, that is the left atrium and left ventricle, acts as an one pump which pumps blood to the body. Okay, except the lungs. And the right side of the heart, which is right atrium and right ventricles, this pumps blood into the lungs. Okay, so the left side of the heart is separated from the right side by partition called septum. Okay, so the separation is important to avoid mixing of this oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. The left side of the heart carries only oxygenated blood, and the right side of the heart carries only deoxygenated blood. Okay, now let's see more details about blood. So it is a special fluid primarily contained within the blood vessels. So there are main types, main four types: red blood cells, red blood corpuscles, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Okay, so this blood, it is a kind of fluid connective tissue. This blood which is circulates around the body, it delivers oxygen, nutrients throughout the cells and tissues. Okay, so blood is red in color, as we already know, because of the presence of a pigment called hemoglobin. Okay, this hemoglobin has the ability to bind with oxygen. Okay, then let's see about the red blood cells. Okay, red blood cell, white blood cells. Okay, everything. It is a special fluid, as we already have discussed, primarily contained these four components. First, let's see what is red blood cell. So most of the cell in blood are RBCs only. So RBCs are red due to presence of red pigment called hemoglobin. Okay, and so hemoglobin is the RBCs carries oxygen in the blood from one part of the body to another, and these are circular in shape and do not have nuclei. Okay, and RBCs are very short lifetime, due to which they have to produce in the bone marrow very quickly. Okay, then let's see white blood cell. Okay, white blood cell mainly fights infection diseases and protect us from various diseases. Okay, then they fight against against germs and other foreign bodies which cause disease. Okay, and some RBCs can also digest foreign bodies and other manufacture antibodies to fight infection and provide immunity. And this WBC, this WBC are circular in shape and irregular in shape, as you can see in the picture. Okay. They have nuclei through though the shape differs according to the function of the cells. Okay, so they're lesser in number than RBCs. Okay, then let's see plasma. So plasma, what is plasma? The liquid or fluid part of blood is called plasma. Okay, it is straw colored liquid where other components float. Okay, so it is a colorless liquid consists of 90% of water and some other substance dissolved in it. Okay, then it also contains protein, digested food, common salt, waste product. Okay, hormones, urea, etc. Then let's see platelets. So these platelets are tiny fragment of special cells formed in the bone marrow. Okay, so the gather at the site of injury and help the clotting process, blood clotting, the coagulation of blood in cuts and wounds. Okay, and they do not have any nuclei, right? Okay, now let's see blood vessels. Okay, so what is a blood vessel? Blood vessels are tubes or channels that carry blood throughout our body. Okay, there are three types of blood vessels: veins, arteries, and capillaries. Let's see one by one. Okay, so they differ in size and structure also. See, okay, first we have artery, right? So the artery, it has the thickest wall of all three, allowing it to withstand a very high pressure created by the heart. Okay, they carry blood from heart to all parts of the body. That is where the pressure is very high, right? And they receive blood directly from the heart. Due to the high pressure, they have adapted to it and have a thick wall. Okay, the main artery of our body, aorta. Okay, which carries oxygenated blood from left ventricle to all parts of the body. And then we have pulmonary artery, which is connected to right ventricle, which and this is the only pulmonary artery is the only artery which carries deoxygenated blood. Okay, and it takes deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to the lungs to be purified. Okay, next we have capillaries. Capillaries are the thinnest wall to allow substance such as the oxygen sugars to pass through its wall into or out of the blood. Okay. So these thin walled extremely narrow tubes, they connect arteries to vein, right? So the various dissolved substance they pass through the capillaries and pass on to cell, all the nook and corner of the body. Okay. At the same time, the waste material also under the capillaries and exchange takes place, right? Then let's see vein. So vein, it is less muscular and stretchy than artery. So blood moves through it with low pressure. Okay, artery has a high pressure and vein has low pressure. It also has a special valve that helps blood go only one way. Okay, so unidirectional way to prevent backward flow. It has valves. Okay, so the blood these veins usually carry deoxygenated blood, okay, back to the heart. Now they are thin walled, like I already said, they have valves, prevent backflow. The main vein, vena cava. Okay, the vena cava connected to right atrium and carries the deoxygenated blood from different parts of our body back to the heart. And there is one vein, pulmonary vein, that is the only vein, that this is an exception, which carries oxygenated blood from the lungs back to the heart. Okay, now let's see. So this we already have discussed artery, capillaries, and vein. Artery carries blood away from heart. Capillary assist in exchange of substance between the blood and tissue, and vein carries the blood back towards the heart. Right? Okay. Now see how blood flows through the heart. Okay. Let's see an overview first, then go in detail. So first we have this the right atrium takes the blood carrying carbon dioxide. Okay, it enters through vena cava. Then in second step, the blood is squeezed down into right ventricle, then taken to lungs. Then oxygen and carbon dioxide replaced, and then it comes back to what heart again. So oxygen carrying blood comes from lungs, enters to left atrium. Then blood is pumped into the left ventricle and starts its journey again throughout the body. Then again the body from body they carry carbon dioxide or deoxygenated blood into the heart, and again to lungs, then again lungs, then again to heart, then again to body. This cycle goes on and on and on. Okay, so this is it, this double circulation in heart. Okay, so what happens, we have this the left atrium of the heart receives oxygenated blood from the lungs, right? So it further moves down to the left ventricle. This blood is then pumped through the aorta to the entire body to supply cells and tissues with oxygen. And then oxygen poor blood, that is deoxygenated blood from the various body parts, returns to the heart. Okay, so this blood enters the right side of the heart through the right atrium and passes down to right ventricle, and this collect and form the deoxygenated blood to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Okay, then the lung refresh the blood by supplying oxygen, and then what happens, the valves in the heart ensures the blood doesn't flow any oxygenated blood back. Okay, so then what happens, oxygenated blood then again enters the left side of the heart after coming from the lungs. Okay, so enters left atrium left atrium of the heart, then left ventricle, then this enters to, this flows into the body part through aorta. Okay, then aorta to again body parts through capillaries, they flows into the cells, flows into the cell and supply oxygen to the body, and they collect all the carbon dioxide, and through vena cava they enter the heart again into the right ventricle, right atrium. Okay, then right atrium to then right ventricle to lungs through pulmonary artery, then lungs to pulmonary vein, then to heart again, left atrium, then left atrium to left ventricle, and then again left ventricle to the body part. Okay, this cycle, the double circulation occurs in our body. Okay, due to the double cycle, the double entering of blood into the heart, so that is why this is double circulation. Okay, with this the circulation or the transportation in human being ends here. Thanks for watching.